How was up, y'all? It's popping. It's D. Boss reacts to this vid by Tundi. This is the very sinister side of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay, we're gonna see how sinister it gets and what he got to say about them. Let's watch.
I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
At song 10, Beyonce then unsnapped her vest, a pregnancy announcement like no other.
As Beyonce sits down with Molly Meldrum, her dress folds.
I remember people saying she wasn't really pregnant.
Caused a worldwide controversy.
A man named Marcus had just finished running errands in the city when he stumbled upon a commotion. He saw a large crowd gathered around a couple who were being yelled at and called all sorts of names. The sound of angry voices filled the air, mixing with the honkers of car horns and the chatters of passerby. As he edged closer to the scene, Marcus heard someone in the crowd shout, "That's Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're Illuminati puppets, trying to brainwash us all." Marcus rolled his eyes because this had to be all conspiracies, but he could not help but feel a little intrigued. After this commotion died down and the crowd disappeared, Marcus went home and started scouring the internet for information. He found himself lost in a labyrinth of websites and forums filled with outlandish theories and dark allegations. The glow of Marcus's computer screen brightened his room as he delved deep into the rabbit hole of conspiracy. He found some truly shocking things. The websites were filled with stories of secret society, Satanism, pregnancy with Blue Ivy, her alleged demonic alter ego, and what she feels when the demon enters her.
She actually showed like pictures and videos of her being pregnant though. At her concert I went to years ago. So people who was saying that she was never pregnant, she had video proof that she only showed to her fans.
Jay-Z's weird connection with Diddy, the artist Basquiat, who Jay-Z stole his image from, and many other things. But even as Marcus struggled to separate fact from fiction, he couldn't help but be drawn in by the sheer audacity of these claims and reading. Despite these shocking and outlandish claims that Marcus found online, he couldn't help but wonder how this couple came to the center of such controversies. Who were they really? And how did they come to be together? As music was thumping at a music festival in Cancun, Jay-Z set his eyes on a very beautiful woman. And for one moment, everything stopped. Jay-Z's heart began sweating and his heart started racing as he was looking at this very beautiful woman. She was pretty, with toned skin, a light complexion, and streaks of blonde in her brown hair. In his mind, he liked what he saw. So he had to find out who this woman was. With nervous and shaky legs, Jay-Z approached this woman. But as he got to where she was at, surprisingly, things went well. They both quickly introduced themselves. Then finally, everyone went on about their day. But it won't be till Sean was on his way back home inside a plane that he found out that this lady was on the same plane. And even better, both of their seats were right next to each other. This was great news for Jay-Z as he used this to his advantage. The long flight made Jay-Z and Beyonce get to know each other even more. And this was when Jay-Z found out this was Beyonce. Jay-Z really liked Beyonce. Jay-Z loved Beyonce's voice, her vibe, and her attitude. But Beyonce was skeptical of dating a rapper. But it won't be until 2 years after this that Jay-Z will have another talk with himself in the mirror, toughening up to ask Beyonce on a date. He called her on the phone, and during this conversation, Beyonce would say a phrase every man hated hearing. A phrase that would shake Jay-Z to his core. The phrase,
I have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. What do you mean you have a boyfriend?
I have a boyfriend.
Beyonce had a boyfriend at the time, Lyndon, but he soon wouldn't be her boyfriend. After Beyonce would find out that Lyndon had been cheating on her, this became the end of a 9-year relationship. The end of Lyndon and Beyonce. But like a thief in the night, Jay-Z swooped in and claimed the girl he had been dreaming of. The girl he once longed for, Beyonce. Now, this all clicked for Marcus. Marcus now knew who these couples were and how this relationship began. But the story doesn't just end here, as this relationship continues to be one shaky roller coaster filled with a bunch of cheating scandals, with Jay-Z also cheating on Beyonce, then Beyonce cheating back because she made a song called I Ain't Sorry.
I ain't sorry.
Alongside some bizarre, dark theories.
She ain't talking about fucking nobody else in that song.
Regarding Jay-Z's rights to billionaire status and Beyonce's rights to Hollywood fame. But why are people thinking these thoughts? Why did that man in the crowd call him a Satanist? What are some of the things people have saw that make them think Beyonce may be worshiping some devil behind the scenes? Maybe we should first start this engine by looking at Beyonce's home bedroom, or throwing up these hand gestures that even the bedroom Beyonce lays her head at. It kind of gives you the feel of a sorcerer's room. That's right, a very witchy-looking room from a movie
30 years ago.
coincidentally named Devil's Advocate. Now, this may seem like an over-exaggeration, but another visual to Beyonce's album, Lemonade, was posted. And the things Beyonce said in this visuals were some questionable things that made me wonder and scratch my head. Just for context, I'll let Beyonce do the talking.
I drank the blood and drank the wine. I sat alone and begged and bent at the waist for God. I crossed myself and thought I saw the devil.
I grew thickened skin on my feet, bathed in bleach, and plugged my menses with pages from the Holy Book. You're probably already scratching your head, or maybe you aren't. But you could already see why many may think Beyonce may be doing some type of dark, witchy stuff behind closed doors, or why some may think that she chants, kneels, and prays to the devil behind closed doors. There's also this video of Beyonce strangely shaking her head during a performance where some may say a demon entered her and she became possessed by the demon while performing. Her eyes changed. I'm really starting to get worried here. But what might even shock you even more than this was Beyonce's fake pregnancy. This all began at the 2011 VMA Awards when Beyonce announced that she was having a kid. And
at song's end, Beyonce then unsnapped her vest, a pregnancy announcement like no other. It was electric.
Chills ran down the spine of many as they had just heard this news. But there was one day where Beyonce appeared on a talk show, and as she walked to her seat to sit down, her entire pregnant belly crumpled. Just like a balloon, her stomach deflated.
But what this moment exposed to some even caught us by surprise. Here it is again, slowed down. As Beyonce sits down with Molly Meldrum, her dress folds.
Things just got weird. Even by looking at her facial expression, she had to have known her cover was blown. She stood there, paused, and shook. Wait, so is this why many people may think Blue Ivy wasn't a
Blue Ivy is not Jay-Z's child. Ty Smith is. It was a financial arrangement.
This nigga already reacted to him.
If we go back into people saying Beyonce worships the devil, there's this subtle trick the musicians use in their video. It's referred to as subliminal messages. It will be very subtle flashes of an image or a word. Just like the Weeknd's concert here, where people said it felt like a satanic ritual, like Satan himself was on stage performing. Then to top it all off, the word Satan flashes on the Jumbotron. And just like the Weeknd here, Beyonce also has her own fair share of subliminal messages, especially in music videos. Hidden messages in music. Here is a snippet of Beyonce's music video, XO. The video was supposed to be lively, with a carnival setting. Then for a split second, around the 3:06 timestamp, this image flashes. What Beyonce doesn't even know is that this is not even how the devil looks on the outside. Believe it or not, the devil is a very good-looking person in his physical form, but his insides is ugly. The devil doesn't come to you as this ugly goat, The devil comes to you, approaches you as something you desire. People set the image Beyonce flashed to resemble this, Satan, the Baphomet goat on the right. And the whole crazy thing is, we'll see Beyonce wear this Baphomet on her dress that come in chapters. The thing about these two images is that they're both doing the same hand gestures, but if anyone could ask Beyonce, how is this even related to a music video that's supposed to be all about fun and all about her having fun at a carnival? But if your mind hasn't been blown yet, wait till you hear about Beyonce's hitting song messages. If you remember that $24 million performance Beyonce did in Dubai, where many questioned if she did something nutty for $24 million, apparently there were some subliminal messages while she had been performing, only for those messages to be heard when those songs played backwards.
Beyonce's Dubai performance. The song is actually backmasked. And backmasking is when artists put subliminal messages in songs, only to be heard when they're played backwards. Check it out.
versed in finding clues, but even a 5-year-old could tell you that the stage Beyonce was on in Dubai, there had to be a deeper meaning behind it, with imagery of the sun, the repeating lines, rising out of water, and even her backup dancer. We shouldn't be surprised if there's even more meaning behind this performance. But this doesn't even top the list. Wait till you hear about Beyonce and Sasha Fierce. Beyonce says that whenever she performs, as she lifts up her hand to the air, a type of spirit that she can't explain enters into her body, and she refers to the spirit as Sasha Fierce. She describes this as an out-of-body experience, saying if I cut my leg off while under Sasha Fierce, I don't feel it.
And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else
an adrenaline rush
come into me.
But
and
it's just the devil.
I knew that was going to be my coming out night for the BET Awards.
Beyonce's ex-drummer filed a restraining order against her and accused her of killing her cat to perform witchcraft behind
Killed her cat.
Thompson claims Beyonce, who she refers to as this person, has started a campaign of harassment against her that includes extreme witchcraft, dark magic, and magic spells of sexual molestation. She also claims Beyonce murdered her kitten after the singer put a spell on it.
They were like, the cat has a spell on it. The cat was taken back from her people, and they just...
Looking at this dress of Beyonce, the dress she has on is literally what we was just talking about, gold. This necklace came from the Temple of Satan logo. But this isn't even the icing on the cake. It gets weirder. The lie of an ivy. Rumor has it that Blue Ivy may not even be Jay-Z or Beyonce's daughter. Some details came out after Jay-Z and Beyonce's ex-bodyguard came out saying that it was all for a contract. That for one, their relationship was all for publicity and power. And he even saying that this relationship was a financial arrangement, and even the child, Blue Ivy, it was all a type of PR contract.
Carol knows who she is. She understands the arrangement of her singing, of her existence, of her being here. She will be well taken care of if anything were to happen to her parents. She knows who her father is.
If we put Blue Ivy on the left and Ty Smith on the right, do they look similar?
No.
And if we take a glance into this bodyguard's background, his name is Uncle Ron, by the way. He was the bodyguard of both Beyonce and Jay-Z for many years, too. The thing here is I don't know what his game would be for lying. Alongside this, Uncle Ron also spilled many, many hidden truths regarding Jay-Z, telling us how, behind the closed doors, Jay-Z had been destroying people's careers for many years, just to remain on top and in the spotlight. And if we look a few years back into when Kanye went on that stage, that high stage, he called out Google, Beyonce, Jay-Z, telling Jay-Z not to send killers at his head. With us knowing this, we can all conclude that Jay-Z has the power to orchestrate things in the background. So I want to question Uncle Ron.
I don't doubt that.
But even though all this may be false, but the proof, I showed it, a tale of a bodyguard. Uncle Ron made another video saying he was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie's Smalls.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997.
He also said Jay-Z and Diddy wanted Biggie killed. But Diddy,
why would they have a bodyguard do a hit?
I was approached by Diddy
A bodyguard?
to perform a hit on one of his artists.
When you employ someone who normally kills people?
Finding out that he wanted all the rights.
I already reacted to this though.
if Biggie Smalls died, whoever Biggie was signed to at the time would profit forever. So we could see how this could be beneficial for Diddy at the time. For Jay-Z and Diddy, both him and Biggie were friends in high school, always rapping at lunch tables. Many say Jay-Z's rap career wouldn't even be as big as it is today without the death of Biggie. So we could kind of see how Uncle Ron's claims here could hold true in this case, and how this could be beneficial for both Diddy and Jay-Z. Uncle Ron also exposed both Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship, saying they're not actually in a marriage. that it's all contractual, you know, that it's all for contracts. I don't even know if that's the word, contractual. And yes, fake relationships do exist in Hollywood. Michael B. Jordan, Pete and Kim, and many, many others. After this video, go watch that video I made covering those fake Hollywood relationships. The list of Epstein. This is Epstein. This guy is known for having an island where many, many kids would be there, and they would have these kids do some very, very sick things. I said they because Epstein wasn't the only one doing this. A flight log list was revealed not long ago of people that went to Epstein Island, which included many
Beyonce, Chrissy Teigen, Jim Carrey, Barack Obama. Why nobody say anything about it? That's all we believe in this shit. Anybody could put anything together these days and throw it online, and we just like, oh my God, this is true. Because people's show was on Chrissy Teigen and John Legend's head for being on this list, but I haven't heard anybody say anything about Beyonce and Jay-Z or Oprah or Barack Obama. None of these people. But apparently they was on the list to come here and be pedos.
people, including some well-known politicians that some people love and adore, many mayors, many CEOs, many top businessmen, some pop icons, and even Jay-Z and Beyonce. For Beyonce's lawyers and anybody, her team that's watching this video, this list is alleged. So don't come at my neck trying to sue me. This is all from the public internet, the public domain. I'm just reporting, making a video on it. Jay-Z's...
I'm trying to backtrack now, nigga. They come for your ass.
This picture of him at the Grammys. If we take a closer look at this cup that he's holding, it supposedly has wine in it. But the contents inside this cup sticks to the cup. Many say this may be blood, that Jay-Z is drinking blood. But if this is just wine, I kind of wonder, how is this sticking to the cup? Wine doesn't do that. The love of Jay-Z and Diddy. But with Jay-Z, there's also Diddy, who both of them appear to have intense romantic relationships with each other. While 50 Cent was in an interview with Big Boy, he'd revealed that there were more to Jay-Z's style and inspiration than we all see today. He said Jay-Z took his image from a gay painter, John Michael Basquiat.
Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We were talking about Basquiat.
As you see on the left is Basquiat, while on the right is current day Jay-Z, who resembles Basquiat. And alongside Jean Michael Basquiat is this woman, Marina Abramovic. Who is this odd Satanist painter that Jay-Z seems to have a very deep connection with? This woman does many, many evil things. One which she refers to as spirit cooking. Then another where she paints walls with pink blood. One of her art pieces is a human cake, made for whatever weird celebrity party this was. I could go on and on about this woman, but I fear my channel being taken down. As my last rap conspiracy, you guys see what happened to that. It was taken down. As a result, they stunted the growth and stopped millions of people from viewing it.
You image yourself after a gay painter. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We were talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going.
But with Jay-Z, there's also Diddy, who apparently, allegedly, he might be gay undercover. Diddy tries turning out young men to be like him, calling some men his daddy.
Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. No, I like that.
And requesting other men to get down and have a real party with him. Then there's this bodyguard who said he saw Diddy with his own very eyes go into a room with another well-known rapper, alongside Kanye exposing both Beyonce and Jay-Z.
They can't control you, they can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce. But they can't control me.
Talkless of Jay-Z saying Rihanna signed her music contract at age 16 to a 6.
When Kanye said that, I took that as him saying they're being controlled with like money. But
music album there at the witching hours of 3 a.m.
We didn't let her leave the office. Really? The 3 in the morning was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 in the morning.
It's many, many, many sides to this celebrities in Hollywood that we personally see on camera. Even Drake himself says it. It's a whole lot of sex god worshiping behind closed doors. He says that all the time, always alluding to his sixth god, whoever his sixth god may be. And we don't need to be prophets to understand that Satan's special gift in heaven was music. God threw him down because he wanted to be the tough guy, wanted to overthrow God. And with the music being the main weapon that he's currently using, that's how he's terrorizing Earth, through all these guys to preach his own plan of murder, drugs, Satanism, just so you could convert and destroy yourself. And if you've made it to this point, subscribe.
But I mean, as far as what he's saying, there may be some validity to it. Who knows? Anything is possible. I just personally don't believe in like the Illuminati. I feel like in order to believe in that, you have to believe in like heaven and hell and the devil and things like that. I don't personally believe any of that, to be honest. I don't believe in religion at all. So yeah, there's that. When I hear people talking like this, I'm like, all right, okay, sure. But I mean, it might be valid. There might be a heaven and hell. There might be a devil and might be Illuminati, and people are walking around doing this satanic shit. It's possible, sure, but I'm just like, all right, okay, sure, okay. And it's not just because it's Beyonce. I don't care about Beyonce and Jay-Z whatsoever. I like, some of their music, but as far as what they do in their personal lives, I don't care about it. I don't concern myself with it. I never research it or worry about what they're doing because it does not affect me at all. So I'm just like, all right. But somebody wanted me to watch this video. I was like, sure, I'll check it out. But yeah, I don't believe in like these evil people doing satanic things behind the scenes and they're all worshiping the devil in order to get success. I just feel like that's a bit much. But like I said, it could be possible. Who knows? Anything is possible. But sure, this is what he's saying about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.